Hello, chasers! Thinking of bringing someone on board? Whether you call them an employee or a contractor can make a big difference. It might seem like a small detail, but Australian businesses can face hefty fines and legal trouble if they get it wrong. In today's episode, we'll be exploring some of the key differences between an employee and a contractor. And as this is an accounting and tax topic, as a member of CPA Australia and a registered tax agent, I'm obliged to give you this general advice disclaimer before we begin.
The advice provided is general advice only, as in preparing it, we did not take into account your investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs. Before making an investment decision on the basis of this advice, you should consider how appropriate the advice is to your particular investment needs and objectives. You should also consider the tax implications on your financial situation. Chris Becks, CPA member number 805103 and registered tax agent number 629430015, is a director of CBEX Business Solutions for Good and is authorized to provide accounting and tax advice.
Now that is done, let's dive into this episode. Before we start looking at the differences between employees and contractors, let's look at the definitions to help you better understand them. Now, in Australia, unfortunately, there isn't one single legal definition for an employee. That might sound strange. The courts use a multifactorial approach considering several factors to determine if someone is an employee or a contractor. Here are some of the key factors. Control. Who has control over the work that is done? Employees are typically subject to more control by their employer. Tools and equipment. Who provides the tools and equipment? Employees usually use the tools provided by the employer. Hours of work. Does the person have set hours or a schedule, or can they set their own hours? Payment. Do they get a regular salary or wage, or are they paid a set fee for the project? Integration. How integrated is the person into the business? Employees are typically more integrated into the day-to-day operations. Now, similarly, there isn't a single legal definition for a contractor. Just the same as employees, a contractor is assessed based on a multifactorial test. And here's how it works. Control. Contractors have more control over how they perform the work and achieve the desired outcome. Business structure. Contractors typically operate as their own business, potentially with an ABN, and set their own rates. Financial risk. Contractors bear the financial risk for things like equipment, tools, and some overheads. Delegation. Contractors often can delegate tasks to others if they need. Exclusivity. Contractors can work for multiple clients simultaneously, unlike employees who are typically exclusive to one employer. Similar to the employee situation, recent court cases emphasise the importance of a written contract reflecting a genuine contractor relationship. Here's a quick guide to help you understand the key distinctions. The boss makes the rules usually. So for employees, these are the folks you manage directly. You tell them what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. They're part of your team. Contractors. These are independent businesses providing a service. They control how they get the job done as long as they deliver the results you agree on. Think tools and time. Employees, you typically provide the tools and equipment they need. They work set hours or a schedule that you determine. For contractors, they often use their tools and equipment. They have more flexibility in setting their work hours. And then there's the money matters. Employees, they get a regular wage or salary, like a weekly paycheck. You take care of the payroll taxes, workcover insurance and superannuation. Contractors, they're paid a set fee for the project or service they deliver, and they're responsible for their own taxes, insurance and superannuation. In some recent court cases, it has been determined that the contract actually matters more than ever. In the past, courts look at things like control and hours worked. Now, the written contract between you and the worker carries more weight. So a clear contract that reflects a genuine contractor relationship is crucial. Why does this matter? Well, mixing things up can be costly. If you classify someone as a contractor when they're an employee, you could be hit with fines for unpaid taxes and super. More importantly, it's not fair to the workers who might miss out on the benefits they deserve. So here's the key takeaway. The distinction between employee and contractor hinges on the level of control exercised, the business structure, and who bears the financial risk. Now, for your peace of mind, take some time to review your existing worker arrangements. By understanding the employee versus contractor distinction, you can protect your business and ensure everyone is treated fairly. If you need help with how to classify someone, get professional advice. It is good insurance for costly financial mistakes that would otherwise be made. Thank you for listening. I'm Chris Becks, and I look forward to presenting our next episode to you real soon.
If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the Chasers channel, we would love you to share it with your business friends and colleagues, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from CBEX Business Solutions for Good, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/CBEX, Instagram at CBEX, and on the internet at cbex.com. Thanks again, and we'll be sharing new info with you on our next episode.